Welcome back, everybody, to Madden 26 Tennessee Titans franchise. We are back, and we are pretty excited. We're doing pretty well right now in this season. I think we are starting, we started off, we lost to the Commanders, we lost to the Jaguars, and, you know, that wasn't great, but we did have that two little game losing streak last episode, but we got things back on track. We beat the Lions, and then we blew out the Buffalo Bills, and then we have a pretty decent stretch here to close out this season. We're going to try to get through at least, I think, 3 games in this episode. So that's what we're going to attempt to do, get through a couple games here. And I'm kind of digging this format, honestly. I think, I still want to find games throughout the year that we can do where we kind of do get, a full game. I think that might be reserved for the playoffs, maybe first game of the season. We kind of do that. But we taking on the Raiders. This is a team that we lost a pretty tough game to last year, and I hope we don't do that in this one. Honestly, 3rd and 3 here, and just looking, gonna find Braylon Allen. He's pretty open on this play actually. So, Braylon Allen was awesome for us last episode. He was really good. Had a couple really good games, and we haven't not been getting the ball to Kamara DK and Alok Aomanor as much. It's kind of been Matt Spiegel and Calvin Ridley and Braylon Allen, a little bit of Chigo Conquo in there too. But that's just kind of how it's been, honestly. And it definitely feels, this is definitely how it feels post this most recent patch, honestly. And we go up here trying to get to Delvin Douglas. Can't make the play on the smaller man. That's just kind of Madden 26 for you. Height, weight, all this stuff doesn't matter. It's all about animations and ratings thresholds for certain animations to be successful. And he doesn't meet those just yet to make a play like that. I'm not saying I should be able to make that play every now and then, but that looked like a pretty clean read. But we come back here, Chig Okonkwo, next offensive drive for us, and that's just a big play for him from Chig. Felt like he struggled to get he's struggled throughout the series to kind of get the ball at the point of attack, and this time he's kind of able to do it. So I do like seeing that. I'm tired of seeing that spin around animation on these like running catches. That's very annoying to see. I'm not sure why that pops up so much, but it does. We find Chig for the touchdown, and we're gonna take a 10-0 lead here versus the Las Vegas Raiders. I almost called them the Oakland Raiders. That's really, I know someone's like, they've been the Raiders for however long. It's like, I know that I've been in Las Vegas for X amount of years, but it's just, most of my life they were the Las Vegas or the Oakland Raiders. For some of you, maybe most of your life, or I don't know how young some of you are, but most of your football watching life, possibly, they've been the Las Vegas Raiders. But you find Matt Spiegel here. That's just a big play in the middle of the field. That's why I love getting him the ball, just because of the run after catch opportunity that he has. We come back. We're going to find Spiegel right there. Gets the touchdown, and we kind of can't be denied right now versus this Raiders defense. Max Crosby kind of holding him in check. Haven't noticed him much in this game. And we have a nice run right here. We're already in the 4th quarter. We're up 20-10. And we're just trying to close this one out, I think, honestly. Just run the ball, take as much time out the clock as we can. Maybe throw it every now and then if the good opportunity comes up from it, and it does. Calvin Ridley, that's just a big play right there. Able to lay out, get the football, and just make a big play. And so now it sets us up here deep into Raiders territory, and that's just a big run right there from Braylon Allen. Moves the chains, picks up a fresh set of downs. We're going to go hurry up here because we're going to try to kind of see if we can catch him napping, and we do just a little bit. He keeps the feet moving, and we're able to get into the end zone for the touchdown. And there we go. We pull away here in the final minutes of this game versus the Raiders. They do get a garbage time touchdown, I believe, but it's going to be 27-17 your final. We improved to 7-3 on the season. We dropped the Raiders down to 5-6. Pete Carroll still here with the Raiders. I don't know if he'll be with the Raiders next year in real life, honestly. Max Crosby seems like he's destined to just keep being a Raider. But Cam Ward, 26-39, 2 touchdowns, 304 yards, 16 carries, 85 yards, and a touchdown from Braylon Allen. So I would have liked to see more carries, but we did have a lot of big plays to get us into the red zone at times. So kind of didn't have the drives to set up for a ton of that. And then Matt Spiegel, 6 receptions, 81 yards, a touchdown. Chig Okonkwo, a touchdown. Calvin Ridley, only 2 receptions, but he had some pretty big ones, that big 25-yard one to set up that final touchdown. And then Roger McCreary ends up getting an interception. And then we're able to get a bunch of sacks in sim, essentially. That seems to kind of be what Madden is right now. It's just like, I don't know. Playing through this game is kind of why I'm switching to this format. It's just, I could not imagine playing a full game right now with the way defense is. It's just not enjoyable to play defense. It's just nothing happens and nothing happens. So a lot of that. So we do get some upgrades here. Tyler Linderbaum, we're going to go with power. I said last episode for these linemen, definitely the interior guys. Maybe I might change that thought for tackles, but interior guys, it's just going to be power for them, I think. Even here, we do go with JC Latham. We go with power as well. Get +2 awareness, get +2 lead block, and then run block power. I just want better run blocking for my guys, and I just feel like they get pushed around a little too much, so I don't know what the ratings... Again, we're talking about ratings thresholds. I don't know what the threshold is to get them to stop getting just, like, tossed around like redheaded stepchild. Like, I don't understand why it is that they get tossed around as much as they do. But we are now at this point in the video. If you're still watching, why don't you leave a sword emoji in the comment section? Leave it down below so I know that you made it to this mark in this video. So we get Kevin Winston Jr. We get +2 play rec, +2 tackle. The play rec is super important. It's one of the more important ratings for defensive players. I think a lot of what they can and can't do is tied to that rating. You think it'd be some other things, but no, it's play rec. That's really important for a lot of positions. And then Bernie Bayless is going to get +2 awareness and then a +1 to run and pass block power. So Bernie Bayless getting some upgrades here. And, you know, he's looking good, honestly. We probably could start him if we really needed to, but we don't need to just yet. We still have Dan Moore, and we are going to take on the Dallas Cowboys in this one. Sunday night, prime time. Kind of an odd matchup. I feel like NBC always wants, like, Cowboys Giants or Cowboys Commanders or, you know, Cowboys the Eagles. Like, they want those ones. Those are the ones, well, at least all of those, one of those games gets played in prime time. So either way, maybe those power upgrades are already starting to pay some dividends for us. You saw in that play, you saw a couple of Dallas Cowboys just kind of get flung down. So maybe those power upgrades are already starting to work out for us. Here's Chigokonkwo here, and we're just going to waltz into the end zone right here for our first score, and Chigoziem Okonkwo going to get the touchdown. I remember when I first started the series, I could not say his name, but now I can say it pretty well. So that's always a good thing, being able to pronounce someone's name. But yeah, just kind of an easy play, just a drag. You know, while everyone's going to the right, he comes to the left on a drag, and perfect defense that they called for us, honestly. But then Calvin Ridley makes the catch, picks up the first down, gets out of bounds. Cam Ward having a great year, closing in on another, I believe he had 4,000 yards last year. I can't remember exactly, but Chimera DK takes a big shot right there. That's going to knock him out of that first down that he did have since he went back across. We're just going to run here with Tajay Spears, and we're going to come really close to getting a touchdown right there. It's fine by me. We're going to try to let this clock run a little bit, and then we're going to try this again, and we get in another hit stick. One thing I've noticed from playing this game is they have tuned up the amount of hit sticks that kind of get thrown in this game. And I'm personally a little tired of all the hit sticks, but whatever. So we're here, 14-7, second quarter. We find Chigokonkwo, who started to really feel like he's starting to get worked into this offense a little bit more. We come back here now, a screenplay. I love throwing these in the red zone, and we're able to execute it this time. Or I think we've executed pretty often. Whenever the CPU doesn't clearly read that you're doing a screen. But we go up 21-7 at that point. We come back. We're now 21-14, and we bring down Dak. So Trayvon Walker, Jeffrey Simmons on the pressure. Nice to see my edge rushers actually get some pressure for once while I'm playing the game, because I feel like that just never happens. Fourth quarter, under 3 to go. They decide to run the ball here, and great play from Oladejo right there. Able to shut that one down. We come back, 2nd and 13, play action, and Jeffrey Simmons brings down Dak right there. Down he goes, and very good stuff. 3rd and 22. I feel like we kind of have them right where we want them. They do make a catch right here, and terrible tackle by Amani Hooker, and it's Madden, which means I'm not gonna be able to run this guy down. You can't run anyone down in this game. Or I mean, I'll get run down. I would have got run down on this play. But Jalen Cropper is able to outrun the entire defense, and that is going to get the Cowboys right back in this game, tie it up. And so we got to go drive and try to put this thing away. So we come back here, 1st and 10, going to find Spiegel underneath. And yeah, going to find that right there. Going to come back again, go and hurry up. Now we're kind of switching the play up a little bit. And looking around here, I think we make a hot route here to Spiegel just to get him underneath, right? So we're kind of already close. We're kind of in field goal range already, but I think we want to go for the knockout punch here. A lot of time coming off the clock, but that's because we can win with the field goal. So I'm not too concerned about the clock. We have all the timeouts. And Ward going to be on the run here. And I appreciate, I believe that's Tremere DK not blocking Micah Parsons right there. Truly appreciate that. Let your quarterback get hit, man. Awesome stuff. We come back here. Braylon Allen gets a big hole right there. And Braylon Allen, I tried going down. Could not do it. We go into the end zone with 11 seconds left. We get a touchdown. We're just going to kick this thing as deep as we can. See if we can boot this one out the back of the end zone. And we're not going to be able to do that. But they are going to have to bring this out. And we do bring them down right there. And we only get to the 19. So there we go. So I think you probably should let that bounce out of the back of the end zone. It probably could have got to the 35, but they throw that one up and they can't do anything with it. So Dak won the last shot here, 28-21. What can he do? And Dak has all day, throws it. It's not going to get to the end zone. Going to have to be a catch and run situation, and someone got a hand on it. It was a Cowboy, but he could not come down with it. And so we're going to pick this one up here, 28-21. And, you know, that 2-game losing streak we had kind of looks like a distant memory at this point for us, as we're able to get a win here on Sunday Night Football, beat the Cowboys 28-21. Cam Ward, 26-33, 2 touchdowns, 272 yards on the day for him. Braylon Allen, 14 carries, 85 yards, 1 touchdown. Tajay Spears, 7 carries, 17 yards, and a touchdown. And yeah, so Matt Spiegel, 7 receptions, 92 yards. Chico Conquo a receiving touchdown. Tajay Spears a receiving touchdown. But a really good all-around game for us, I think. Kind of getting the ball around to a little bit of everyone. Amani Hooker let me down with that tackle, but able to get pressure here. We actually did see the pressure this time, more often than not. We kind of just get it in sim because that's how this game is. But we come back, taking on the 4-7 Texans. The Texans have just not been very good in this franchise. And, yeah, I mean, I don't really get why the Texans are not simming well. 4-7, they just have not, they didn't sim well last season. And they didn't sim well, they're not simming well this season, so we go for a kind of delayed handoff, and we're able to get in there. Braylon Allen drags a defender into the end zone, and that opens up the game here. 7-0 lead for us at this point. It's always good to start the game off getting that. It looks like the Texans came back, tied it up 7-7, so we're going to throw this one underneath. I mentioned earlier, I'm tired of that animation. Feels like that one triggers a lot. I'm not sure why. Gonna flip the play here. This is gonna be a handoff to Tajay Spears this time. See if I see anything that I like, and the answer is really no. So gonna be the last play of the half, and Spears really can't get it right there. 4th and inches. That's very annoying. So we come back again, and we just throw it to DK underneath. Able to get it. Able to get the touchdown, and able to re-extend the lead here with the Texans. Again, I think we've had some letdowns in these divisional games at times, really to the Colts, not necessarily the Texans. I think we swept the Texans last year, but 14-7 here. Now an opportunity to go up to 21-7 here before the end of the half. These are so important, these end-to-half drives. All day to throw. And Allen going to break a tackle. Tried hurdling a guy. That didn't work, but that's fine. Come back here. Red zone alert. 3rd and goal. Can we make something happen? Going to throw this one here to Delvin Douglas. He's going to be brought down. And the Texans call a timeout. I think we were going to call one because we were going for it, but we're going to come right back to Douglas, and he just gets his feet down. That's an insane catch by the rookie tight end, who is kind of taking that tight end 2 slot away from Gunnar Helm, who we thought was going to be our tight end 1, but Dalvin Douglas and Chigo Okonkwo have played very well this season, and just hasn't been a lot of opportunities for Gunnar Helm. But the Texans keeping pace with us, 21-14. Joe Mixon going to be brought down right there. 4 rushes, 71 yards, so he's had a few big runs in this one. Then the screen play, he just shoves a guy off because everyone knows Joe Mixon is just a big-time bruising running back. He just constantly stiff arms everyone down to the ground. But 3rd and 10 here, CJ Stroud going to get sacked. It's Olafemi Oladejo bringing him down, making it a 4th and 19, which means they're going to have to kick a field goal, which is not the worst thing in the world for them, honestly. So 21-17, they can take the lead with a touchdown if they get it, but we come right down the field, and we find Calvin Ridley right there, and we're going to extend this back out a little bit here, trying to create some distance here in this 4th quarter against this Texans team, and then they score, and then we get a drive now. So we're going to chew a little bit of clock here on this drive. Would prefer this to be the last drive of the game, but we get a golden opportunity right there with Ridley, and you just kind of have to take that. I mean, you just have to. You get that opportunity, and you get it. You get it, and we got it. So Ridley able to outrun everyone. I was complaining earlier how we couldn't outrun people or outrun people down, but we get the win 35-25 here over the Texans. So we are 9-3. I believe the Texans are now, that might have absolutely ended their season, which is, pretty cool. So 34 of 48 for Cam Ward, almost 400 yards. Braylon Allen, only 12 carries, 49 yards for 1 touchdown. I really would like to see more carries for him in the sim, but I just don't know why that's the case. But 12 catches for 189 for Calvin Ridley. He had 2 really big ones, a 61-yard touchdown. He just had a couple big plays in this game, and having a day like that, the veteran still can do it. Only 1 sack, but it got him in the field goal range, right? It knocked them back in the field goal range, did not allow them to, potentially think about going for it there. So they had to get a field goal. So that kind of changed the flow of the game for them, which is why it's important to get those guys who can get sacks like that. Another upgrade here for Cam Ward. We're going to go with a field general upgrade, +2 play action, awareness, throw accuracy deep, and throw accuracy mid all go to +1. So he goes up to a 92 overall. Bernie Bayless. Going to go with power again. Still not starting for us. Probably isn't going to start for us anytime soon. I always have to mention that. But, yeah, Bernie Bayless, could be a starter in a year or 2. But when we come back, it's going to be week 14, and we have another primetime game. We are taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. We'll go in and take a look and see who their quarterback is. If I'm correct, I believe it's Mac Jones is their quarterback, and this is a big game for the Steelers. They're 6-6. They probably need to get this one to stay alive in the playoff race. This is a big game for us because I think a win here would wrap up the division for us. Because I think a win here would wrap it up for us because I don't think anyone would be able to catch us regardless, because I don't think there'd be a way for us. Well, actually, I don't know. No, I don't think there'd be a way for us to lose more than 7 games if we get a win in this one. I'm pretty sure. So I'm pretty sure we would clinch the division with a win here versus the Steelers. So come back for that and more in the next episode of Tennessee Titans franchise. Really appreciate you all for watching. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys the next one. Peace.